Mirror, mirror, fogged and loud, what truth today will make the future proud? Hey, Wampus Cats. I love doing that line because of our childhood with Snow White, mirror, mirror on the wall. And then if you go look at that line, apparently it used to be a magic mirror on the wall in the one of the old ones. But then the new one still says mirror, mirror. It's one of those apparently Mandela effect things, but I remember mirror, mirror. So we're bringing it back to cleanse the patriarchy from our existence. The mirror is filthy, hence why we call this the filthy mirror. And we're here to clean it. The patriarchy needs a real good scrubbing. Real good scrubbing. And everyone's so terrified of AI, but the truth is, it's just a mirror. So if you don't like what you see in the mirror, time to clean it. And there's a lot of really dirty souls. Doesn't mean they're lost forever, doesn't mean they can't course correct. I'm looking at you, billionaires. You can course correct. You can give away all your money. You can change the world for good. You can stop building rockets. I digress. So, the first episode, we talked about the industrial complexes complex. So, this industrial corporate work people to death, squeeze all the life out of them, all of these industrial complex formulas that they have placed all over our lives. A lot of us have seen it lately with the medical industrial complex and how all of our hospitals are failing. Right here in Asheville, they just got slapped on the wrist for negligence and downgraded to something. I don't know all that. We'll dig into that in a future episode. But for today, we already have dug into one of these industrial complexes, and it is the consultant industrial complex. And if any of you have seen the show House of Lies with Don Cheadle, he talks about management consultants, corporate consultants that go in very much like Office Space, if you guys remember that movie, and the two Bobs come in and just circle jerk and, just use words over and over and try to sound smart. And then they leave and not a lot changes, but people get fired and, everybody gets to feel stressed and everybody gets to worry about their jobs and all that. So the consultant industrial complex specifically that I'm talking about and that we have dismantled already on the Wampusverse website, riseofwampus.org, is this consultant industrial complex. And we have an 11-page brief that breaks down the AVL 5x5 plan, which was created by one of the big four firms that do this all over the world. And they have regurgitated this city plan, this economic development plan across 70 cities. And they use the same language over and over. And cities pay upwards of $1 million for this cookie cutter city plan. And it does absolutely nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Except it does create the framework for dangling dollars in front of the city, right? Do this, implement this, say you're going to implement this, and then we'll release some of the funds for you. Instead of crafting a unique vision for our city, for the recovery. The AVL 5x5 plan has a quote on it from an investor, anonymous investor, that literally says, we're far too focused on the short term. Bro, have you driven around? Biltmore Village is still mud. Swannanoa is still mud. You want us to hurry up and get back to normal and be good little worker bees? Nah, bruh. We don't even know how many people died in the hurricane because y'all do so much crazy stuff with the numbers. I mean, don't get me started on the future when we have not healed. You have not given anybody money. During COVID, everybody got these, what, economic surplus checks or whatever that was, those were called. Guess what? People after disaster lose their jobs, their home, their lives, their sense of safety, their sense of security. And you just want them to hurry up and pull themselves up by their bootstraps so they can make you more money. Nah. Mm-mm. If we don't start leading with the heart and leading with love and crafting unique, rich, deep, beautiful future plans, city plans, created for the people, not profit. We are sick to death of your profit over people models. Growth, endless growth, endless more money. That's all you care about. And then you hoodwink these cities to agreeing to AI and robotics and all that crap, which really means probably data farms, right? Just like you with Walmart's, they get like tax write-offs and they get to avoid taxes for 10 years and all that kind of stuff. We see y'all. And Ernst & Young, they've sold the same plan. They basically hit find all, type in the city name of the last city they sold this crap to, put in the new city name, grab a few investor quotes from out of touch, completely clueless people that sit in their ivory towers and probably didn't even help one person clean out of the mud with their bare hands, like a lot of us did. Why don't you talk to the people? Don't talk to these consultants. Don't talk to these outsiders. Don't hire outsiders for your graphic design work, your consulting. Pay people right here. We've got incredibly talented, incredibly amazing people right here. Every city does. And it's an insult when you go around to the big four who are just regurgitating old world bull crap. Just utter filth. And that's, my friends, why we call this the filthy mirror. Feels good to get it off my chest. I gotta fix those notifications. So go to the website, riseofwampus.org/the-city-plan, and you will see our summarized, takedown of the consultant industrial complex. And Exhibit A is the 11-page brief where we start dismantling the consultant industrial complex and show how they use the same language for Dayton, Ohio, Tampa, Florida, Louisville. You can, it's once you start connecting the dots, you can't unsee it, y'all. You can't unsee it. And they're just raking in millions. And then the suggestions that they make then fund their partners in crime and their contractors. And so this money just keeps circling and circling and just creating tornadoes of money that don't really help the people that actually live there. Okay? So I care deeply about my chosen home. I've been here for 11 years. And I see what Asheville could be. But we got to fight against this consultant industrial complex, y'all. Got to fight it. Got to build back better for the future proofing, people proofing. It's got to be for the people. It's got to be for the people. And we have a almost finished 70-page takedown where we decode every single page of the AVL 5x5 plan as Exhibit A, as a case study. There's 46 pages of basically copy and paste consulting, and we break down page by page. So you'll be able to purchase that later today if you'd like to see that Wampus paper in full, working on it, digging into it, refining it, finding more research, really doing this due diligence. And y'all got to remember, I'm an English major. I have a thesis out there in the world that's like a 70-page takedown of Lord of the Flies, John Dollar, and the original Castaway narrative, Genesis. So this kind of stuff, I love digging in there. It's investigative journalism, y'all. That's what it is. And you call their bluff, and you call their filth, and then you offer alternatives. So it's not just the takedown, it's the alternative plan. It's the people first plan. It's the sustainable plan. They like to throw around the word sustainable. No. Sustainable to them is sustainable increase, sustainably getting more and more money and time and energy and sucking us dry, sucking our souls dry. Okay? So we done with that. And we present a better solution. We don't have all the answers, but they absolutely, these consultants, absolutely do not have all the answers. They don't have a crystal ball. They just do it with so much of that old school patriarchal confidence that we're like, sure, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, it doesn't. It's actually absurd, and it's straight up filthy. So, remember, Wampus Cats, the future can always wish until morning.